Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, the place where we unravel the hidden stories behind those dry corporate filings. Today, we're diving into a fascinating report from Vulcan Materials Company, and let's just say it involves a key leader's next chapter. Alright folks, let's get straight to the meat of this filing from Vulcan Materials Company. This isn't your typical quarterly earnings report, but it still holds important news about leadership changes and how the company is handling them. So, the big news here is that Vulcan Materials Chief Strategy Officer Stanley G. Bass has announced his retirement. He's planning to step down from his role around the end of April next year. Now, this is a significant position, so when a key executive like this decides to move on, it is always worth looking at how the company plans to manage the transition and what it means for their future strategy. The company is being pretty clear about how they're handling this departure. They've decided to prorate Mr. Bass's current base salary right up until his retirement date, which is the 30th of April 2026. This means he'll continue to be compensated for his work until he officially leaves. What is also interesting is that his bonuses, both the short-term ones you might get annually and the longer-term ones tied to company performance over several years, will remain the same as a percentage of his base salary even as it's being prorated. This shows the company is committed to ensuring his compensation structure remains steady during this transition period. Now, let's talk about what this all means. Vulcan Materials is a pretty big player in the construction materials industry, especially known for aggregates, which are essentially the building blocks for roads, bridges, and pretty much everything you see being built. The chief strategy officer of a company like this is responsible for charting the course, looking at new markets, mergers and acquisitions, and long-term growth plans. So Mr. Bass's retirement isn't just a personnel change. It could signal a shift in strategic direction or a period of consolidation and handover. When a senior executive retires, especially in a strategy role, it often prompts a review of the company's overall game plan. We'll be watching to see who replaces Mr. Bass and what their background and strategic vision might bring to Vulcan. Will they push for more aggressive expansion, focus on operational efficiencies, or perhaps explore new sustainability initiatives in their industry? The decisions made in the coming months and years concerning strategy will heavily influence Vulcan's future performance and its position in the competitive landscape of construction materials. Right now, Vulcan Materials is navigating a market that is heavily influenced by infrastructure spending and construction trends. Interest rates and economic conditions also play a big role because they affect the cost of borrowing for construction projects and the overall demand for building materials. The company's ability to adapt to these external factors is crucial. The date of this report, the 12th of December 2025, sets the stage for these upcoming changes. It is a clear signal that the company is proactively managing this executive transition, and the report is signed off by Denson N. Franklin III, who holds a very important role as Senior Vice President, General Counsel, and Secretary for Vulcan Materials. This indicates that the legal and governance aspects of this executive change have been properly handled according to securities regulations. Looking ahead, the key takeaway from this filing is essentially about leadership continuity and strategic planning. While there are no dramatic financial revelations here, the departure of a chief strategy officer is a significant event that warrants attention. It may be a signal for a new era of strategy for Vulcan Materials, and investors and industry watchers will be keen to see what unfolds. The company seems to be handling the immediate financial aspects of Mr. Bass transition smoothly, but the longer-term strategic implications are where the real story will be. So, what is my take on this? Vulcan Materials appears to be managing this executive transition in a professional and orderly manner. The continued compensation and unchanged incentive structures suggest a desire for a smooth handover and stability. The real test will be in the strategic decisions made under new leadership. The construction materials sector is cyclical and competitive, so a clear and adaptable strategy is paramount for sustained success. We will need to keep an eye on future filings to see how the leadership changes impact their strategic initiatives and ultimately their financial performance. Alright? That is our breakdown of Vulcan Materials Company's latest filing. What is your take on leadership changes like this and what they signal for a company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more insights and discussions. See you next time.